yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No pain for them to see. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With God in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics. I'm your host, Jennifer Jennings, and wow, what a morning already. What a morning already. Good morning, guys. I'm not going to be able to be on live long because I do have a dentist appointment this morning. But last night I was looking at the map and I discovered something that maybe I've discovered before. And the problem for me this morning is going to be y'all look at this. Like, let me just share my screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So this is what I'm facing this morning is Cloudflare. Cloudflare is down. What does that mean? Well, my Scribble maps, this is the error that I'm getting when I open up my maps. That's not what I want to see when I open up my maps. I shut my computer down and everything, and then I looked and I Googled, and boom, Cloudflare down. Company blames unusual spike in traffic before outage errors. So, as of this morning, ChatGPT, the media platform X, OpenAI's, all of that is down. There's a lot of companies. Yeah, girl, these trends be transiting. And here we are, though. Here we are, just messed up from the flow up. Let me share my full screen now because we're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at it because they said 6:20 a.m. and what does an astrologer love? Timelines. We like time. We like to discover. Yeah. I mean, I can definitely go without all of that, but look, y'all know I need my maps. I need my maps, man. What the hell? Good morning, good morning, y'all. Hold on, let me put my entire screen up. Okay, let me take me off. Let's just look at these transits, guys. Hold on, let me get my little pen. A little epic pen. Shit, what happened? Where'd I go? Here we go. Ain't that some ain't that some shit, y'all? I can't even show you what I wanted to show. Babe, me and you, that's what I'm saying. I can't even pull up maps. I can't even pull it up. There is we got a problem here because at 6:20 Cloudflare went down. There was unusual traffic before it just went down. Yeah. Yeah, because I was prepared to show you guys. So when on the map, on Sebastian's map, leaving from his home, I do have photos of it. I do have photos of it where I've sent him. I sent them to people. So look, from the home, if we go down to the U.S. Marshals, guess who is on? Guess who is going over the U.S. Marshals? The U.S. Marshals. Then I've got a prosecutor on the map, on Sebastian's map. I've got a prosecutor for Homeland Security. Why do I have her on there? I'll tell you why. Because this prosecutor works for the DA's office in Sumner County. She's also a prosecutor with Homeland, or was a prosecutor with Homeland. So I have her on the map. And guess where that line is going? It's going over the Homeland Security office, her office. So I noticed that. And then I have an old address for the neighbor that lives behind Sebastian, the car residence. I have an old address for him in downtown Nashville. And guess what? His line is going over it. So I started thinking, the Patterson house. Yesterday we talked about the Patterson house. Chris Proudfoot said that this woman said that he and her met at the Patterson house downtown Nashville for a drink, and he told her that he was in an open relationship. He told her that he and his son got into a car wreck and that his son's name was Sebastian as he's deceased. That was her stating this on Justin Clutch Them Pearls channel. I got the receipts yesterday, looked at it, went into the chat, looked at the chat. I saw her there. So she really did. And she said that she really did call it the TBI too. So I was going to show y'all that this morning, but, uh, but here we are. So we've got, I wondered if this was going to be a Google thing. I did. Because California, I don't know where Cloudflare is. Let's see. Let's look at that real quick. Where are they based out of? What state? Cloudflare is hosted where? In what state? Let's see this. I mean, California. Okay, so California, Texas, New Jersey, Missouri, Illinois, Massachusetts, Washington. Headquarters is in California. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Now watch this. Okay? Because this is definitely California. Let me pull California's chart because I'm saying, oh, it's definitely California, but let me show you. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. Let's go ahead and pull up California because we're having problems. We got problems. Okay, California, the transits this morning at 6:20. All right, hold on. So the 2934, there it is. There it is. Okay. Now, let's talk about this because when we investigate cases, this is how I'm doing it. This is exactly how I'm doing it. People are like, "How could you have called that?" Well, this is how. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. So 4 days ago, that would have been 17, 16, 15, 14, November 14th. So 4 days ago, Neptune would have been at a 2934 because she's now at a 2930. So she would have been in a 2934. Now let me show you something. This is home. This is what happened this morning. Hold on. But 4 days ago, she would have been at the 2934 with Vulcanus that is conjunct Pluto right here. And this is about the sixth house of health, the everyday, the work, the job, the work, the server. Okay. So it would have something would have happened 4 days ago. It would have began 4 days ago with this event that's taken place this morning, preventing me from getting on Scribble Maps. Okay. So we have the 2934 this morning. And what is this? This is Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. I mean, this is about we the people. It's shaking things up, shaking it up, shake, shake. It's a shake up. And what is that shake up? There is a transformation that is taken today. There is a lot of people, lots of people that are being shaken up by the server via California. And we can see it in California's chart. There was also yesterday, we know that there was big things going against Georgia, but let's look at this. Look at that. The moon and Venus are here conjunct in conversation this morning. And Venus is coming. She is making her way. She's at a 14 degree and 30 minute. She is making her way to a full-on opposition with a Uranus. She's not there yet. She's not there yet. She's actually in good standing with pretty much everything except Pallas. She's a square to Pallas. Where's Pallas? Pallas is right here, shaking things up with the communications, with groups, because groups are Aquarius. Guys, this is a trip. I was so prepared to show y'all everything that I was seeing last night. I was so excited. And then I get up, I pull up my scribble maps, and it says it's down. It says it's down. It says that there was a 3.0 earthquake. Yeah, they're always having earthquakes, aren't they? But look, yeah, look, my earthquakes. Opened it yesterday, and we had there was like a 2.5 in Kentucky. I thought that was odd. But anyway, so this morning, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. There's a shakeup in California with We the People, and it's about things of the past. Things of the past. That's 713. The moon is coming to the United States. Hold on, let me look at this for just a second. That dark moon, there's a disorder, a dark moon. The dark moon and the sun are shining at the same degree when this took place. It's almost like, why are we, this almost feels like, looking at this chart, y'all, this almost feels like this would have definitely been done on purpose, but hmm, having to do with the stock market, I wonder. This is about money, possessions. Should I pull up the New York Stock Exchange? Because this is kind of trippy. We've been here before. I'm just looking at it. Hold on. There's a justice. Hold on. Interesting. Let me pull up the stock market and see if this is some kind of shady shit having to do with stock market. Let me look. There's something else I'm missing here. I don't know what I'm missing, but I know I'm missing a bunch. We were definitely learning that 1325, all of that action that they said that they noticed, all that traffic is when Selena came to that 1323 before 6:20 a.m. So when Selena here, she's in Leo. Leo rules this fifth house, but for California, it's Kronos. There was a timing. Was it underneath? I'm thinking it's not a good idea if there's any cables underneath the sea of California. That would not be a good idea. Undersea cables? Surely not. Let's go to the stock market. Let me look at the stock market real quick, guys. Because we're down. I cannot pull up scribble maps. It's down. I'm about to look again. Hold on. Just to make sure. That's his stock, Disney stock. Hold up. There's New York. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if this has anything to do with the stock market, the players of Wall Street. If this would have anything to do with the players of Wall Street, because I'm feeling like it probably is. And I don't know why. Don't know why. That's why I'm checking it out. Yes, there's 1136. Look at that. There it is. We're rising at 1136. We're descending with relationships at 1136 in Aquarius, and that's exactly where Palace is shaking things up. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see why I wanted to pull it up? And the reason why is because we have Venus in conversation with the moon, and we got the dark moon in conversation with the sun. And we've got a square here, two palace, shaking things up right here. Damn. I mean, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. We just saw it here. We just saw it. Just saw it. Wow. Do y'all understand? If you don't understand, tell me you don't understand. I'm going to explain it one more time. The sun, not only that, guys, look, the sun at a 2624, the dark moon at a 2623 had just left the Saturn degree. They were making contact, weren't they? They were making contact. There was limits and obstacles with things of the past, with disordered aggression, having to do with one of the players trying to take the stock down, manipulating the stock market. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Excuse me. Amazing. This has to do with the stock market. Now let's go back. There's no doubt in my mind. I've seen it. I mean, I'm looking at it right here. Kinda. Okay, so let me show you this again, me and you. So we have the dark moon that's in conversation with the sun. There's a disordered aggression about things of the past. I'm explaining the dark moon. There's disordered aggression about things of the past having to do with money, with other people's money. And there's things of the past here with Venus in conversation with that moon in Scorpio. Again, we are reflecting because the moon is reflective. We are reflecting on other people's money, things of the past. And I just showed you guys that there is a square with Venus. Look, we're going to look at Uranus because we're shaking things up, shaking a little things up. Mercury is in an opposition. All right, so Mercury is in an opposition here. And then for Venus, Venus and that moon, oh shit. For Venus and that moon, we have a square, square to Pallas. She's in good standing with everything else, but she's in a square. She's squaring up with Pallas, shaking things up with the group. That 1136 that Pallas is at in Aquarius is right here. You see that? 1136, 1136, 1136 in Aquarius. We're descending with relationships. 1136 in Aquarius. There's a square, and it has to do with the stock, the New York Stock Exchange. We're just, we're looking at the numbers first. We're looking at the degrees first, and that's what's happening. The sun and the dark moon at a 2623, 2624 has just left the Saturn. It's just made contact with the Saturn. Saturn is about work. It's about the judge. It's about things we learn. And Mercury is coming down to the 0041, the lunar nodes of fate for the stock exchange. So what I'm saying is that although Cloudflare is in California, well, the root of this problem with Cloudflare being down, that root is the players. One of the players at the New York Stock Exchange, we could look at BlackRock. I mean, I could show you exactly who's responsible. And if I'm thinking BlackRock, it's probably BlackRock. But Cloudflare is down. I'm talking about Canva, Scribble Maps. Everything that we as creators use is down today. It's down right now. I can't pull up the maps. So the route, like I've just shown you, is not just in California, but it's with the players, with the money, the stock market. And this is what I'm seeing. This is exactly what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this Cloudflare error. This right here, this internal server error. That's it. When I pull up Scribble Maps, this is what I'm shown. Yeah, this is what I'm shown. And it has to do with, like I just said, it has to do with California, but it's connected. The root connection is our stock market. So they're playing with us. Not good. So users on X, Canva, Spotify, OpenAI, Gemini, Perplexity, and then now you're seeing that Scribble Maps is also a part of that. People can't load their X, their Twitter. They're not able to load it. So we've got tons and tons of complaints all over the world because that server is down. And see, when I go to, oh shoot, come on. Now it's gonna freeze up on me. Hold on. The internet's acting all weird. And it is our luck. Jesus. What is going on here? Let's just go on the most. Okay, here we go. This works. Excuse me. Wow. This is it, though. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. Y'all, there's some weird, creepy stuff going on. Weird, creepy stuff. Where am I at? Weird, creepy stuff. So that's what's happening in our world today. Things going on with networks. Things going on with our networks. Interesting. Let me try to pull up. This is what I'm getting, guys. This is when I try to pull up Scribble Maps. Yeah, I figured it was because you joined chat too. Look at this. Seth comes in and just, electronics and things go haywire. But look at that. Y'all see that, right? This is what I get when I go to try to pull up Scribble Maps. So there is something going on with the stock. It went down. The stock went down. The server, well, that was at 6:20 this morning. Let's look at that. Scribble Maps. Let me put on share my whole screen. Let me do my whole screen. Trippy, 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 y'all. So we know it has to do with the stock. New York stock and Cloudflare. Something's up. Cloudflare. So they've been facing a lot of challenges with their stock decline. Parts of the internet were knocked off Tuesday after a major Cloudflare outage disrupted access to platforms, including X and a letterbox. Well, it's still going on. I mean, this outage is still going on, guys. Pro's internal server. A major outage at internet infrastructure firm Cloudflare knocked parts of the internet offline, disrupting access. Jesus, look at all that. Problems began around 6:30 a.m. when websites went dark. It's dealing with a major outage, and that's what I'm being showed right there. OpenAI. Okay, so let's look at Elon. Let's look at his chart. I mean, while we're here, hell, let's look at that because if I can't, I'm sorry, guys, I can't pull up his map. I just can't. I wish I could. But you know what? I saw that things were going to happen in California. I didn't know what kind of shakeup. Obviously, don't know what kind of shakeup. But guys, the root cause. The root cause is not. The root cause is the stock. They're manipulating. There's some type of manipulation going on here. Some manipulation. I can pull up BlackRock too. Let's look at this. Hold on. Let's look at Elon. And when this outage began, let's look at this and see if he is in this anywhere. Because I almost think, well, gosh, the sun and the dark moon hasn't even come here. Ooh, 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 ooh. The dark moon and the sun right here. So this is the dark moon, the sun. We see that we've got the moon and Venus and Scorpio. All of the Scorpio energy hasn't even made it here to Elon yet. All of that Scorpio energy has not even made it there yet. Whoa. It's like, okay, so what does this mean, Jennifer? I don't know. All I know is that it means that there's something going on here. Elon's going to learn about it. Okay, so this 537, Elon's already learned about it. There's a justice here. It's about the business, about X. He's learning about the dirty and underhanded shit, probably. Because there is. And y'all know I just really want to look at BlackRock. Because there's dirty stuff going down. We got the moon. So this would have, the physician would have hit him yesterday. Right here. Would have made contact with Elon yesterday. Interesting. This trips me out. I want to look at BlackRock. It's almost like this is being used to manipulate the markets today and yesterday. BlackRock. Larry Fink. Let's look at Larry. Larry Fink, what's going on here? What you got going on? Okay, so Larry Fink. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, so now I'm seeing some things that I haven't seen in a while. Okay, so when Jupiter at a 2504 in Cancer, Jupiter just got through stationing, sitting at this 2509 degree. That's where Saturn is coming to this 2509 degree. It's not going to be long. We're going to see Larry Fink. Dude, I got your number. I got you. The communications with Mercury are going to come back around to all of his problems. Larry Fink. He's got major problems. And there is a relationship that is coming against him. And I say that because Selena is at a 1325 in Leo. He has a relationship here that's going to bring him a conscious raising experience within, I would say, the next couple of days. And it has to do with what's going on right now. What's going on right now with the outage. Because this man basically runs the market, okay? That's why I pulled him up. He basically is the market. Wow. And he's going to learn something from a relationship and it's going to oppose him. There's an opposition with the relationship. That's we the people. That's us. Interesting. Interesting. 713, 1430. Venus has already went over here. Venus is making her way here. So, that's the one I'm seeing. There's some weird stuff going down, and it has to do with the players on Wall Street. The money. Because right before that energy hit, it hit him in the 5th house with Mercury and Sag. Huh. Interesting. I did reboot. Yeah, I did, Kimberly. I sure did. I sure did, girl. I turned it off. I had to because my computer got stuck. Let me look again. Oh, it's working. Ah, we're back. We're back. We're in the game, okay? Well, good. Before I have to get off here to go to the dentist, I can show you guys. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you what I wanted to show you this morning before anything else pops off. Hold on. Let me turn everything off. I got to re-up on some coffee too. Jeez. I got way too much on here. Jesus. Turn everything off. That way y'all can see what I'm seeing here. Okay. I'm going to leave this one up just because. Just because. Okay. Here's the Patterson house. We were talking about the Patterson house yesterday because of Chris Proudfoot. Remember? If you don't remember, Chris Proudfoot was outed on Clutch Them Pearls a long time ago. A woman comes in chat. She tells Justin that she met Chris on a dating app called Bumblebee or Bumble or something. They meet up at the Patterson house. They meet up here at the Patterson house. They have some drinks. She says she got shit-faced. He left. He told her that he was in an open relationship. Let's see. And proceeds to tell her that he and his son got into a wreck. And so this is the Patterson house. Let me Google it. Patterson house. It's on the 5th floor. This is what it looks like inside. Little upscale place, it looks like. It's on the 5th floor. Okay. All right, so that's it. The Patterson house. So I was looking at this last night and I was like, Chris Carr, I've only got one line for him. And this isn't to implicate Chris, okay? This is not what I'm doing here. So you got to follow me and stick with me, okay? Yeah, he said that he was in an open relationship and that they were talking about divorce. Okay? So last night, I'm sitting here listening. I'm sitting here looking at this and I was like, holy shit, Jeff, look. I called Jeff in here because let me show you why. Because I'm looking here. There's only one angle that I drew for Chris Carr, and I only wanted to draw the lunar nodes of fate for him. That's it. Just got one angle. His north node that's in Aries is going the opposite direction. His south node in Libra, where he's been before, is going here. It's going down this way. And it has to do with the justice, with the law. But this is not implicating him, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're just gonna have to follow me here. All right, so it says where he has been and where he is going with law enforcement. Because I don't want you to lose sight that he has a camera, a security system that goes in the back of that property, of Sebastian's property. His Ring camera, all of that is looking at the back. That's why I'm focused on Chris Carr right now, showing you guys this. But now I'm going to bring in some more addresses for you. Okay? I'm going to bring in some more addresses for you, with you. I'm going to go down. Let's see. Let me make sure I don't need that one. Don't need that one. Patterson House. Okay, this is what I want right here. Okay? It's just these addresses right here. We're only going to be focused on the U.S. Marshals, Homeland. Let me make sure 110 9th Avenue. 110 9th Avenue, Nashville, Tennessee, Homeland. Let's see what this says. Okay, so this is the United States Attorney's Office. And so I have a prosecutor here at the U.S. Attorney's Office, and I have her name as Stephanie. Tennessee, Stephanie. Okay, let's look. Let's do this. Okay, this is who I have. Now, I can't tell you why. Okay. I can't tell you why I have her here, but she is the Assistant United States Attorney. And I must have found her. She works for the prosecuting office. I don't know why I have her here. Hold on. Sumner County. Let's see. Owner of Sumner Wholesale Auto Group. Hold on. What did I get into why do I have that there? Owner of Sumner Wholesale Auto Group and a co-conspirator charged in a scheme to defraud Ford Motor Company. Okay. Okay. All right. So here's John Allen Nebel, 39 of Gallatin, Tennessee. This was last year. That's why I've got it on here. Okay. Okay, because I was looking into this John Allen Nebel. That's why I put it on there. Okay. 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 Watch this. Watch this. And if you don't understand, okay, join the club because evidently I was doing some research on this when it broke and I put it on the map because anything that has to do with money, corruption, Gallatin, Sumner County, I'm more than likely going to put it on the map just in case. Just in case. So the Sumner Wholesale Auto Group, this case is being investigated by Homeland Security Investigations Assistant U.S. Attorney Stephanie, prosecuting in the case. There it is. Do you see what I'm saying now? Are y'all with me so far? Are y'all with me so far? Are y'all with me? Okay, so we have Prosecutor Stephanie for Homeland Security, and this is her office. Okay. All right. I have an old address. An old address. I don't know why, but I have an old address of 222 2nd Avenue South, 1800 for Chris Carr. I don't know why. I've got that address. So 222 2nd Avenue, 2nd Avenue, South Suite, 1800. Let's see why. That's about an underwriter. That's not him, though. That's not him. Senior production analyst with debt and equity finance. Maybe it is him. But I don't think so. let's it's not him. That's an office. It could be. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna focus on that. What I wanted to show you is this. I want to show you this right here. This is important when I'm building a map to look at the accuracy of anything that I'm mapping, okay? So I've opened up the law enforcement. Now I want to show you something of the accuracy of this map. This is what I want to show you is the accuracy. So we got the U.S. Marshal Service at 719 Church Street. So let's just double, 719 Church Street, Nashville, Tennessee. Let's see if it's the U.S. Marshals. Okay, U.S. Marshal Service. They are located in the Fred D. Thompson U.S. Courthouse on Church Street. So there it is, okay? There it is, right there. What line should go here? Of course, the U.S. Marshals line should go here on the U.S. Marshals, correct? For accuracy, the U.S. Marshals outer 11th Libra. It's critical. This is a critical line for the U.S. Marshals. But guys, I want you to understand something. This is from Stafford Court. There's an accuracy here from Stafford Court with the U.S. Marshals. There's an accuracy here. So that tells me that I'm looking for Sebastian having left from that home. There's an accuracy here. It's going right over the building, not next to it, but right over it. And so I want to check other things to see, okay, other places to see if there's going to be any type of accuracy. Now watch. This is with the United States Marshals here in Tennessee with their peers. The 11th house is how they bring in money. It's with their peers, but this is opposing kids. This is opposing the action of kids, the action with kids, the way that they are creating with Sebastian's case. There is an opposition here. The U.S. Marshals would generally come into a case with a child due to, say like, trafficking or an offender. Or if, they needed help with, the Secret Service, if anybody needed any help, right? But there's an action here that is showing us it's critical for the U.S. Marshals peers, for other agencies to handle Sebastian's case. That's how I'm reading it. Then we go to Stephanie. And I just showed you that Stephanie is a prosecutor. She's prosecuting John Allen Neville and his buddy for fraud. And the Homeland Security is involved with it. The Ford Motor Company. Fraud. So this is Homeland. There's the prosecutor for the Homeland. And look, there's Homeland. There's Homeland. So there's an accuracy here. This is about money. Money. Other people's money. And what did I just say? What did I just say? Y'all got to remember this, okay? I'm spoon feeding you. Homeland Securities, Stephanie. She is prosecutor over this fraud. And she is with Homeland Security. And we have a Homeland Security line right here. Homeland finds evidence here and gains public attention. It is very interesting. It is very interesting. There is something here. There's definitely something here with that. And here's the Patterson house. Let's go down here. We know what Chris said about the Patterson house, right? Oh, I didn't even pull on the Secret Service. There's Secret Service. Let's go ahead and turn on Craddock. Let's just go ahead and turn them all on. Let's just turn them all on. That way we're not missing anybody. And I will be, I'm not going to be able to finish all of this. I'll have to come back. Shoot. Once I get back from the dentist to finish this up with y'all. We'll be doing a part 2 live today. Okay, now that I've got everybody on, let's go back down to the Patterson house because this is where Chris, I first wanted to show y'all the accuracy first. Okay. Jen, please read chat. What am I reading, babe? Yeah, it is Nashville. Is that where the new Paramount Tower is being built? I have no idea if that's where the new Paramount. I don't know. You could Google it though. Give me an address. So this Patterson house, we've got Crabtree, that same line that Crabtree was on when he was searching Mansker. This is the same one. He wouldn't do well here. He doesn't do well about Crabtree has a lot of disordered aggression when it comes to the law enforcement and these communications with what Chris either said or he didn't say. Whether this woman, she believed that she met with Chris and that he was in an open relationship. And she remembers exactly what he said about Sebastian. So I'm sure that the TBI has looked into her. But it would be nice to know that somebody has talked to her. It would be nice to know. So we got Steven Starkman. We have Terry Bowersox here up the Patterson house. It's his critical Libra, the things that he hides. We got Chris Proudfoot. We have his Pluto here, so it makes perfect sense why his Pluto would be here, because it's a lot of transformation with the law enforcement with what she came out and said. Major transformation. And then we've got a lot of darkness with Katie here. At the Patterson house. So her and her husband are here with their open relationship with Chicky Poo. And so I've got a John Allen Neville on the map too. On the map too. Let me just go ahead. I don't want to dox him. Hold on. I don't want to dox him. So hold on just a second. And I'm going to show you in Gallatin, around about where he lives in Gallatin, Tennessee. Okay, so the owner of, see, we got several addresses. Let me see which ones I have on the map. Because this is interesting, Mr. Fraud Boy. Okay, I do. Okay. So I've got one address there. Hold on. I know that y'all can't see it just yet. Hold on. Dang it, I gotta go to the dentist. Hold on. Move to folder. Let's move it to there. There's that one. Huh. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. Then we have this one. Okay, let me put that one. That address there. Okay. So for right now, I've got two addresses, and I don't know if they're the same person. You know how people have names, that are the same. You just never know. All right. So here's an address on Bradford. I've got Melissa and I've got Faith. Melissa and Faith. So if I were a betting woman, which I'm not, there is a chance that Melissa would know him. This John Nebel. You're like, Jennifer, why are you focused on him right now? Well, because I need to. Dude is here's another address for a John Nebel. I don't know which one it would be. And I could probably find a few more addresses. But there's Kate. No, that's the Secret Service. So here's where the Secret Service has their Venus. Venus is about money. Venus is about money. So there is some type of there's something here, guys. There's something here. Let me just do that last name because I feel like I'm missing one. I'm missing one here. Hold on. There's one. That's an address too. TBI's been here before with groups. They've been here before with groups. This is going straight up. They've been here with groups. This is in Iowa. So that's an old address in Iowa. Yeah, and I'm going to have to pick this back up when I get back from the dentist this afternoon. I'll come back on here and pick this back up because I feel like I could work this out and it's going to like it's always something when you see an agency. Let me look at the TBI. Hold on. Where's the TBI with their address? Why isn't it pulling up? Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. It's on Gas Boulevard. Hold on. Reload. Oh my God. Well, we're kicked out again. Shoot, hold on. We are kicked out again. Look at that. We were in, now we're out. So this is going to be an ongoing thing. It looks like we're going to have an ongoing problem with Scribble Maps and with other other sites because Cloudflare is down. Cloudflare is down again. Look at that. Jesus, help us, God. So that's fine because I'm going to have to pick it back up. Yeah. I don't think it's the solar flares. We're going, look, Uncle Taco, you weren't in here before, but when I first pulled this up, the root cause, because this is definitely hitting California this morning, okay? Major issues going down with California. But the root cause is with the New York Stock Exchange. And I'm looking to Larry Fink. I'm looking to Elon Musk. I'm looking to these players that are working with some dirty money. Dirty money right here. It's dirty. They're doing some underhanded bullshit. And I've already looked at it this morning, and it's definitely going back to the stock market. And people being underhanded with these servers doing dirty work, dirty money. Name of the game today, dirty work, dirty money. Other people's money. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this morning. I'm going to come back this afternoon after I get back from the dentist, okay? No doubt about it, unless StreamYard has gone down too. I mean, if StreamYard goes down, can't. But I'm definitely going to come back on this afternoon, and we're going to get talking about this map. And if we don't, he was saying that he was Chris Proudfoot yesterday. Yep. And it was very weird because I was talking about Chris at the Patterson house when that Christopher Proudfoot came into the chat. I dropped the link, but of course he didn't take it. Whoever it was just, trolling and wanting to be a, yeah, it wasn't good. It definitely wasn't good. I mean, I did drop the link. So anyway, Scribble Maps it's down again. It sucks. It's back up now. It's just going to be, I think that's what's going to do. It's going to go back and forth, but we'll see. I'm going to pick it up though, guys, this afternoon. So when I get back from the dentist this afternoon, probably around 2 or 3, I'll bring this chat back in. We'll look at the map, or we'll look at whatever it is that is in transit at the time. All right, so I'm going to end this stream right now with Sebastian's anthem. Peace out, guys.
Clean like your soul, won't be forgotten. We stand strong for you, never give up. Seek justice and truth, day and night we search. Community gathers, wipe the tears away. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, babe. It lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, hey, it lingers